Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another edition of Vampire the Masquerade, the YouTube experience, Zuster City, the Sabbat. Tonight, our scene begins within Fort Quinn. Jacob Burns is sitting by the bedside of his unfortunately helpless child, one Kaylee Kerr. She's been bound and cuffed, and Jacob is just looking over her into the absent stare of her eyes as she's trying to vainly struggle and escape her restraints. When when one of his ghouls, Lester, when he comes knocking on the door, he informs him that a call was made that the professor would be on his way shortly. Jacob acknowledges this, and he shoos Lester away. And Jacob will just wait until the professor arrives, since that's the only business he has planned for the evening.
The professor will arrive exactly when he told the messenger he would arrive. He arrives in his family car like always, and he will make his way into the fort. He has no weapons to give up, and he will walk simply through, thudding his cane on the floor like always, walking painfully slow for some. And when he arrives at the location the ghouls send him to, he finds Bruce there and begins saying, "Good night, my cactus."
Good evening, Professor. Father, I should say. Father Professor. So many titles. Come in, come in.
Professor is just a name given by men. To you, I might be a pack priest, so you can call me father. For now,
So, what can I do for you, Father?
it's not what you can do for me as of now, it's what I hope to share with you. I assume that you are aware that due to the current proclamation of Archbishop Merriweather, the city is or has formed some sort of voting council, and with that, my name came up as being a future bishop of the city at that moment.
Yes, yes, Franklin has made me aware of this. Please, take a seat. And Jacob will just pull out a chair for you, and he'll sit across from you, but by Kaylee's side.
The professor will indeed sit down, lean less on his cane, and arc his back a little bit, and then looks Jacob Burns and say, "Well, the issue is that for me to rise up as bishop, I would I would need to adjust my tasks or add to them, so to speak. This will, of course, in ways interfere with the usual tasks I have for the clan or for the pack. And I hope,
Naturally.
yes, well, I want you to make you aware that I still look forward to doing both of these things.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
that's those are loyalties.
You see Jacob smile. He nods. Yes, yes, the Voldery. It's coming upon that time, isn't it?
Indeed, it does.
Well, You do have my full support, Father. It would be an honor to have our priest named to the new bishopric council.
Well, I know you are a trustworthy man, Mr. Burns. Therefore, although against the better judgment of Miss Merriweather, I would like to tell you a secret which I would like you to keep a secret until it is revealed for all to hear.
Hmm. Very well. I see Jacob lean in. He's interested.
Please swear upon the code that you live by that
You see, hmm. You see Jacob put a hand over his heart, raises his hand, kind of in the scout's honor fashion. I solemnly swear I will keep this secret between you and I.
all right. I wish you to keep calling me father, but in fact, Miss Merriweather already bestowed her blessing upon me as Bishop of Zuster City.
Hmm. Well, that's not much of a secret. But I can understand you don't want the news revealed just too soon. Have to put your affairs in order first. I get it.
That and the fact that Miss Merriweather herself would like to make sure that no one can accuse us of favoritism, because it's not favoritism that got me this position, but the following of my pack members. For it was Remy and Bitte that put my name into the hat, so to speak.
You see Jacob nods. I can understand. And it's good. I'm glad Bitte and Remy stepped forward.
I am not sure if I should be happy that they did, or educate them on proper procedure within Sivan. At the moment, this is the situation at hand,
Hmm.
which means we have to act upon it.
So, my dear Excellency, what would you have of me?
I would like you to start thinking of a vision of where you want this pact to be. I think if soon to be Bishop Piker gets his way, war will be in order. You know, I've heard that you have spent a lot of energy and time in preparing this pact for New York City. However, at this moment, the situation within Zuster City is unbalanced and heavily uneducated.
Hmm. I could concur to that. But where would you think it would be best for us? The bastards have been yearning to take the fight to the enemy, to gain glory and renown for our pack in the crusade. But
You
that would
know,
leave us Western, wouldn't it?
it would, unless suddenly an uprising in Zuster makes sure we need to be here. I don't think this is the case. But the Prometheans have decided they want to take matters into their own hands and act against the Archbishop. At least that's what I think they will do.
You do you mean to suggest that you have this hunch that Bishop Viker is going to what, challenge the Archbishop's rule?
That's well, not in ruling her position per se. That's my guess. I'm not really sure though. It also could be that he brings in Arthur Thane to do this work for him, if he can rouse him up enough. Silly enough, he's the only one who wants to bring this city back to a position where respect and status is still in order. Is the person called Simon Middleweight of some sort?
So, I see that camps are being set up, lines are being drawn, perhaps. Is that it?
Yes. Oh yes, camps are being set up. I wonder, however, which camp will be rewarded either for loyalty or for the strength to rise up.
Hmm. The camp that's going to be rewarded is the one that's left standing. Whether it...
Exactly. If you, as the doctors of Cain's bastards, stay out of this situation and simply will deal with the new situation when it comes forth, I suggest that's most wise. And keep this between the motherfucking Prometheans and the Archbishop.
Hmm. You see a not quite a look of worry, but you see that Jacob is heavily meditating on these words. You have to understand, Father, that I hold some very high bonds between both the Prometheans collectively and the Archbishop herself. Neutrality may be a luxury.
All right, then I suggest that you pick a side.
Hmm.
I have always deemed myself to be a great factionist when it comes to the situation we have right now. The faction called is the status quo. However, I have the feeling that this city is not ruled by the status quo, but by factions of lighter intent, more freedom, less structure.
Hmm. So, to keep both my personal views and your personal views along with the direction of this pack in line, Your Excellency, which camp would you choose?
I will choose the camp of the La Sombra Kimberly Merriweather, not because she's always right, because people say that this is not the case. However, she has been put into place to watch over this city, and even if you do not agree with her actions, watching over this city she has done, according to some, maybe far too long. I think that deep within her, she wants this city to move on its own so she can move away to bigger, greener pastures.
Hmm.
But that's just a guess. I can only assume that she doesn't want any more control in the city because I don't think she really has control within the city.
Hmm. Well,
With control, I mean control within the kin society.
ah, hmm. Who could say that they control the Sabbat at all?
The region, my friend, the region.
And I'm sure you would find detractors amongst the lower ranks that would disagree. But that just goes to prove my point. However, I think you're right. This won't be easy. Although, again, that's taking an assumption that the pretext is that Viker and the Prometheans are going to make some challenge to Her Excellency Meriwether.
I assume they will, and I think that Mr. Viker will have a reasonable shot at making his claim as because he already claimed to be bishop.
Perhaps I should talk with His Excellency Viker. We've shared a bond long ago.
This becomes interesting. I'm
Well,
not
that's what's
sure.
happened. Share the cup with so many.
Yes, well, it's just information I have to interpret. I'm not sure what will really happen.
Well, to that end, we can just observe for the moment, but we'll have to feign some momentary neutrality or ignorance of what's really going on. To
What
that
I
end,
what I suggest is that you keep making sure that you're behind the situation that's happening right now, which means that a new series of bishops are chosen. Because I believe that Miss Merriweather does not oppose bishops in the city.
hmm,
My simple question would be, after we have dealt with this small thing, make a mission for yourself, what you want, what will be your aim. I will continue to do as we agreed and improve the shop along with Kaylee and whoever I can find who's interested in studying. I will see if I can make study groups, larger groups, where I can educate everyone so they can ask questions.
hmm. I, I will keep that in mind, Your Excellency. Um, so for uh, so for your own self, is there anything you would like to procure to solidify your claim to your diocese?
What would you suggest?
Well, Father, it's always good to have more money to expend. As well, for your own sake, I would suggest starting to think of a Templar to name for yourself, along with some more
Yes,
of a mortal entourage.
I know. I've never thought about the mortal entourage. Parts of me want to keep my mortal entourage away from the things that could happen within our society. But yes, I did think about Templars. For a part, I want my Templar to be what I am not, which I suggest would be a more martial, sufficient person. On the
Hmm.
other hand, I want somebody who's unquestionably loyal and aware of Cain, which seems to be kind of difficult in the city. Also, of course, as I have reason to believe he cannot or she cannot become or is a member of the Black Hand because they would have contradicting loyalties.
Hmm. So hard to find good help these days.
Indeed, I think Remy would want it, and he is, I believe, capable. My problem with Remy is not a personal one, but more one of simple numbers. If I would take Remy and he would become Templar, then we need to really see what we can do about his current situation.
You mean his chosen enlightenment, I take it.
Exactly.
Hmm. Well, I don't know if that bird is willing to change that feather in particular.
Oh
However,
no, I do not want him to change it particularly, but either he needs to grow within that or adjust accordingly.
hmm,
Otherwise, it would be danger.
I see Jacob nod. Well, I would,
So who
if I
would
were in
you
your
suggest?
shoes,
Who
if
would
I
you
were in your
suggest?
shoes, Your Excellency, I would suggest Franklin.
Franklin, but I'm not sure about Franklin. He's a loud mouth, and very, he's very eager, but I do not think he possesses the wisdom to put words into action when it needs to come to that.
Give me some time with him to train him, and I think he'll be
What
fitting.
I need to. What would be your second suggestion?
Hmm.
And please look beyond the back, if you please.
Hmm. And thinking about it, hmm. Unfortunately, the numbers have been changed so much in our city. Faces have come and gone. For your second choice, I would actually want to take a look at what's left in the field.
What about within the 40K? What about Fred or ISIS?
Hmm. I ISIS would definitely be a good choice, but
Why?
alas, she
Why
might
would
have.
she be a good choice?
Well, when it comes to martial capabilities, she's top notch. And she has been a member of the 40K since its inception. She understands loyalty to a very far degree.
And what about Fred?
About who?
Fred. I think he's Nosferatu I met.
Hmm. Not quite the martial type, but I've only met him once. However, outside of martial capabilities as a Nosferatu, I could see him proving to aid in your particular diocese as eyes and ears on the streets where you need them.
Yes, I think on the other hand, if we ask for eyes and ears, the first one who would contact him would probably be Dr. Miller.
Hmm. That is true.
I'll give Isis and Franklin, Remy and Fred serious consideration. I have a meeting with Isis, or at least she asked me to meet with her. I think she wants to know who I am and what I am about. I think that
Hmm.
is her right.
Yes, you could sure use your guidance.
And you, my ductus. And he grins a little bit as he says that.
Hmm.
Why wouldn't your name come up? Why wouldn't you make an excellent Templar?
Me? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I would. But that's not for me to suggest. Such honors should be bestowed.
Other than the fact that I might give you more to do as the Duchess, being a Templar as well. You have
Hmm.
been around since the beginning, I believe. I believe
No,
you to be martially skilled.
I can hold my own.
Yes. Hmm.
But, hmm. Of course, my main concern will always lie with my pack. And I would serve you as Templar or as Ductus from your alma mater. So either way, does the title really mean anything when such bonds are as close as ours as they already are?
Well, yes and no. I'm not sure if you're fully aware of the capabilities of the title such as Templar.
I have some understanding.
What I know for a fact is that if a Templar is given an order by another bishop, he has the right to ignore it. That's a very hefty power, if I say so myself.
You see Jacob nod in agreement. That would make for certain good opportunities.
Indeed.
You know, it's. I wish this was a conversation Kaylee here was available for. You see Jacob kind of snap his fingers over her face. But the poor dear is in La La Land.
Yes. I need to see Bitter, Kaylee, and whoever else is willing to learn. I think it's time to show that I educated my pack.
Yes, I think Bitta will be your brightest student so far. She has truly come along. She seems so
Yes.
much stronger than nights before.
Well, she is different. I will agree with that. But on the other hand, I believe that she's still she's still not completely ready. Parts of her need to accept certain things.
Hmm. I will stay closer to her and instruct her better as her ductus. I think she needs to get in touch with her true inner canite.
I think so, yes. That's why I always start my education with Kane. Yes.
By the way,
Sorry.
Professor. No, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Um, by the way, Professor, you wouldn't happen to know of one or two things about I don't know, psychology or something along that matter?
Mm, not really my basis of studies. However, during my symbology classes, I did learn a lot about human behavior,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to deities and such. Why do you ask?
Well, it's Kaylee over here. I'm somewhat mystified. I've seen her go into this trance-like state a couple of times. Normally, I've noticed that seems to be it seems to happen when there's some raucous around. But getting her out of it has proven to be the trick. It's what I don't quite understand. What makes her do what she does while she's like this? And you're going to be noticing that the whole time we've been speaking, she's not been laying there still. She's been struggling, trying to get up and get free.
The doctor's trying to ponder for a moment and says, we, we could be dealing with a few things. The path of a canite, every single canite travels different ways. However, if she is in a trance-like state, I must assume that this would be close to something as post-traumatic stress.
Hmm.
So there are several ways I know that post-traumatic stress can be solved. However, then we would first need to know what the stress is coming from.
Well, this happened last night. Well, not technically last night. It happened the other night. We were at the beach trying to put Kaylee through her creation rites, and Bitta had took the branding iron and, well, got a little too happy with it. And the next thing I know, Kaylee's like this, like a zombie on autopilot.
What does the autopilot do?
The first time I saw this happen in her, I had put a harness on her and let her lead me to wherever she was going. We got close to a toy store. She began trying to make entrance into it, but well, that's when I felt like pulling her back.
Yes, that could be a breach. Hmm. What did you want from the toy store?
I'm not quite certain I didn't allow her to go in and retrieve what she wanted.
Yeah, I thought maybe she would mention something verbally.
Hmm. I can somewhat interact with her, but her responses are so monotype, so bland. Like I said, she's almost like a drone. It was something cumbersome for me to observe by myself while protecting her. I was wondering, Father, Your Excellency, would you care to join me in observing what she does? I believe with two eyes I could possibly see how this plays out.
Yes, I think it would be interesting to see what happens. However, it would be silly to assume that we can solve the problem.
No, no, but therein is why I wish to observe her, perhaps to find a clue, to understand what this state is, why is it keep constantly recurring, and how to fix it permanently.
You said it happened during the time that someone wants to brand her with a branding iron, right?
Yes, that's the last time it happened. The first time it happened, we were visiting her mother's grave. Unfortunately, as she was very reluctant to lead me to it and I was pulling her along, then it happened. She zoned out of sorts.
I'm going to make a intelligence uh, academics check to see, or maybe medicine that will be smart. What do you suggest? To see if I can, if I can, it can find out this is caused by serious stress. I'll take academics. I must be reading from it. Who cares? Here we go. One, two. That's one success, even with specialty. The professor will ponder for a bit and then say, "The branding irons. The branding irons sounds like a emotional, heavy situation. Something that does not, of course, occur very often. and combined with the fact that we vampires have an unnatural knack to fear fire, I suggest that will be caused by a very emotional shock. The question is, what did the shock bring up?
What did it bring up? That's why I want to observe what she's doing when she's like this. She wants to go somewhere, and the only where is this toy store that I know specifically.
I suggest we do that.
Well, there's no other way we're going to find out, unless I cut her loose. I hope you don't mind going for a walk.
If it has to do with making the pack a better thing, then I will certainly make that walk.
So Jacob is going to uncuff and cut Kaylee loose from her restraints. And yeah, what does Kaylee do?
Um, Kylie will she'll stand up and she'll immediately walk straight towards the door. She will grab her backpack and walk out.
All right. And we begin following.
Okay. Well, they will be walking for a while, just walking through the neighborhood. Kaylee will actually when they reach like a few houses um, where there's still light on, she will she'll just walk over towards the windows, stare inside. And, the first house that she's gonna look in hmm, are a few people there. A man in his 40s and a woman basically same age. They're obviously just watching some television and not doing much. And Katie just stares like through the window for a long time before she moves on again to the next house. And she will basically, strangely enough, do exactly the same. Mm, but she moves on fairly quickly, and she will walk a bit further, past a few houses where it's still dark, where it's already dark. There's no movement behind the window until she reaches the third house.
The
Mm,
professor is currently observing her and is trying to make an assessment on your empathy and the way you behave in order to see what is drawing you to these houses and which house make you stare in longer and what the houses exactly hold. What do they
hmm.
hold? Why you're looking into these kind of houses?
Um, she seems to be looking at the people inside. They seem to have an interest for her, and she you noticed that she was standing at the first house longer than the second and the third. When you would follow her gaze like inside, you'll notice that the first house, her, the two people, seem to be more mature than the other two houses. One, there is a single man who has wears like a boxer short and a simple um, sleeveless shirt, and his fat belly kind of popping underneath the shirt. Just watching sports while drinking beer. So she moved on again on that part. And the second house, there was a young couple, a female pregnant. She left that house almost quicker than the second house. She now moves on again, leaving a few houses that there are no lights on. She now moves over to the fourth house. And she'll she'll stop. She'll peek through the window. Um, she'll she'll stay there longer. She seems to be intrigued by this. Um, inside there are um, again two people sitting. Um, seem to be again late 30s, begin 40s. Female, blonde, curly hair. And you can see inside the house. You can see like a lot of children's pictures. And Kaylee actually moves around the house, just peeking through every window. Um, I'll let the humans make a perception roll on that. Wow, that's one. Okay, one of them does notice Kaylee kind of standing there in front of the window, and let's just see. Ah, it's male. So one of these persons is just catches Kaylee as she's just staring into their house, and he frowns and then taps his partner, and the woman also looks up, and hmm, let's see. Odds are they think it's creepy. Evens are they will pity. Hmm. So I don't know where you are standing, by the way, at this point, because this is gonna actually do something.
We've just been following behind. We're not like I'm not at least right on top of you. You're just a few feet away from me.
Me neither. I didn't want to disturb you while you were doing your thing. I would only follow you if you would actually enter the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be right behind you, I would just be outside. If you're at the window, then I would be on the street. That's about the distance. And preferably behind something.
Well, there is a bit of discussion going on in the house, and in the end, the male will walk towards the door, actually open it, and walk up to Kaylee and start asking like, "Are you lost? Are you okay? Anything I can do for you?" Because that's why I just rolled a die. He is the couple is kind of looking at her and with her short size and then actually rather young appearance. They think that she might be a child that's gotten lost. So Katie just is just staring at the guy, and yeah. Let's see, what would Katie do? Mm, 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 mm. She will. Actually, don't know what Katie would do at this point. It's really difficult, like playing like this. Mm, yeah, she would do that. Not really liking this, but yeah, especially with the fugue. She will put a blood point into the dexterity, and she will start to basically punch the guy. And since he was not expecting this, if either of you disagrees on this part, then just please let me know. But
On what part? Her punching the guy?
hmm?
What, her punching the guy?
Well, no, because I would say that he did not expect this to happen, so I would say that he wouldn't be able to dodge at this point. It's basically like a sneak attack.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you don't look like somebody would instantly punch you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the initiative on him.
Okay. Mm.
Are you going to pound on him or trying to strike him out, knock out immediately?
She's trying to knock him out, which will probably fail because it's like only 2 successes there. Oh, well, this guy's stamina. And he soaks. So she
You're
tries to
using your
punch.
hand?
Yeah.
I'm going to may I say that after initially seeing that she throws a punch at the guy, Jacob watching, he's going to try to intervene.
Hmm? Go ahead.
Yes, the professor will try and intervene as well, simply because I cannot not intervene.
And
Never
we're
mind.
gonna roll initiative here.
Oh, God.
I'll roll for the guy first, and then for Kaylee. Oh, and then for Jacob, and then for Kaylee. So the
Oh,
guy
well, I'm gonna be last because I'm rolling
five,
a 1. God damn it.
and Jacob has a 6,
Oh,
and
that brings me to
Kaylee has a 9. Wow. Let's see, his dex
I'm
plus
at
wit.
13.
4. You are at what? When are you?
13.
You're at 13. I would say I would give the guy. I would put him at probably 10.
Mhm.
And dex switch 5. I'm at 14.
Okay.
So that means that Katie goes for another punch. This time she will put a blood point in strength. She has 2 successes. Jesse, what would the guy do? The little girl just punched him in the face. What would he do?
I think if the guy is any kind of father figure, he
Mm-hmm.
would obviously take the hit. Either he would try to protect his family, so he would close the door between you and him. And if you're already in the doorway and stepping inside, then I suggest he goes towards his family and tries to protect them.
Yeah, I was more thinking about would he be able to dodge this, or would he try to dodge
No,
this?
he wouldn't. No, no, I don't
Okay,
think so. If
okay.
if he is looking at
No,
some
it's fine.
innocent lost little woman, then the last thing you would expect is to be instantly hit in the face.
Then I'm gonna roll for damage again. Ooh. It's 3 bashing. Ah, and the guy soaks all 3. Wow, this is quite a resilient guy. So yeah, that was Kaylee's round. She tried to punch the guy again, and well, you guys can now. It's Jacob's turn, and then the guy, and then Jesse.
All right. I
Alright.
am going to. Oh wait, do you want to do this from the bottom up, or is it? Wait, whose turn is it?
I've already started. I'm sorry. You should have
So that
declared
will be
first. Yeah.
me first declaring what would happen. The
Yeah,
professor,
but
this is still declaring, not actually doing. The
oh,
professor would, well, he needs to make his way towards the door. That would actually take a full round for him in his slow pace to make that all the way to the door before I can do anything. So the only thing I'll be doing is moving.
Okay. Jacob is just going to try to strike the man in the throat to make him pass out. I will spend a blood point for shadow play to sap him of his stamina.
okay. And the guy will try to close the door as soon as possible.
Okay. So,
So Jacob goes first.
can you roll me Dex and Brawl 7 dice? Should be a +1 difficulty, or
Hmm.
either +1 or +2, because I'm trying to hit that small part of his neck.
Yeah, I
Um,
would say +2.
as something that takes no effort whatsoever, the professor will actually yell, "Don't!" Doesn't really matter. You can still do your action.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
Wow. Well, good thing is it wouldn't have mattered if you would have had difficulty 7 or 8. And you have 3 successes there.
Hmm.
And
So 5, that's 7 for damage.
damage is a little bit less. But 2 bashing.
And he's at 2 for stamina because he's -1.
Hmm. And again, he smokes both. This guy is amazing. So yeah, he tries to. Well, actually, he just closes the door because. So he slams the door shut, and you can hear his footsteps kind of disappearing from behind the door, and you can actually hear some yelling inside from both the woman and the man.
Yeah, somebody will try and call the cops now.
Yeah, they probably will. But yeah.
What's Kaylee gonna do? Is she going
Now,
to
what's
try
the
to get
professor
away?
gonna do? It's his turn now.
Now the professor is going to use his entire turn,
Right.
unless it's a very small step, just to move, because I'm slow as fuck. Unless you say that it's really close, so I can intervene this
No,
time.
it's not really close because then you guys would have been spotted and they wouldn't have opened the door in the first place. That's why I asked how far away you were.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so well, um, I think it's best to stay in the initiative round for a little bit. So, Professor, you arrive at the mansion or at the house. What are you gonna do? It's not a mansion.
Um, I'm going to look deeply into your eyes in order to freeze you up, so Jacob can pick you up and take you away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, well, the guy inside will indeed start calling the police by now, or in this round. Jacob, what do you do?
Well, since the professor's frozen her, yeah, gonna pick her up and try to
This is
skedaddle.
declaring. This is declaring. You are first before the professor. We're declaring from lowest initiative to highest, so that will be his action. You'll have an action before that.
Okay.
And Kaylee is at top initiative, so she will do her action first.
which is by the guess of the professor trying to break through the door.
That might very well be. But first, I want to hear what Jacob's gonna do.
Um. Well, if seeing the guy close the door, I would. I mean, would there have been enough time for me to try to like push my way into the door before he locked it? Did he lock the door?
His turn was basically closing the door, and he didn't use his key, but you can hear like a something being shoved like quickly. There's like a lock on the inside of the door. It's just like a handle or a bar that you can just don't even know if they have it over there in the States, but we have that over here. It's just kind of a knob that you pull down.
Well, then I guess Jacob would try to push it open if it's not locked. If he can't,
Hmm?
enter right away. Try to just
Okay,
barge in.
so you were going for the door. Let's see. Kaylee will not bother with the door. She will run to the living room window and she will dive straight through the window. And I'll make a roll to see whether I would make it in one round. Yes, she would be able to do this in one round. Because I never declared how far away the window was. There would have been more negatives. She wouldn't have been able, she would just have been able to move this round. But so I'll make a Dex Athletics roll. -2 difficulty. And since this is a very ordinary house with no security windows or something, I guess with 3 successes, Kaylee will simply throw herself through the window. So you'll hear glass breaking and everything. And yeah. So Jacob will go for the door.
Hmm. Do I need to roll anything for that, or is it
Strength.
possible?
Roll your strength, brawl.
That'd be 8 dice.
Okay. You bang into the door and you can see some substantial damage being done to the door, but it's not completely busted yet. However, one more of these and you'll be through. Definitely. The door looks like it's about to break.
Okay.
And in the meanwhile, you will hear people screaming at the sound of the glass shattering, and a woman will be starting to dial 911, and the guy will disappear into the kitchen. Woman probably in tow. Professor,
Yes.
what you gonna do?
Well, seeing as you jumped through the window
Mhm.
and are clearly not in reach for me to step in front of you in order to make you look into my eyes, I am going to I guess, attract your attention for that round.
Okay.
And of course, won't be able to do it because I suck at rolling.
What were you trying to do? If I may.
Presence and awe. So you will look at
Ah.
me, but that's difficulty 7. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel difficulty 7, so you ignore me and continue what you're doing.
Very well. New round.
Yep,
Professor, what you gonna do? You will see the door that Jacob has almost busted by now.
yeah.
There's a broken window. There are people inside. Kaylee is inside.
I will say to Jacob that uh, I'll be seeing you in port because this will obviously lead to a presence of police where I'm not fast enough to escape.
Of course, Your Excellency. I will see you back there. I'll just have to clean up this mess.
Yes, definitely. And the professor will exit this part of the scene.
Very well. Mm, then the people are, and they will. Well, the woman dialing 911 will now have someone on the phone, and the guy will run back into the living room with a knife, like a big kitchen knife. But he won't be able to attack yet because he had to grab the knife and go back. Oh, Jesse, if you would be interested in playing the two people, it would save me some trouble, but that's up to you.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
The woman is dialing 911 and is trying to stay behind the man. The man is obviously trying to defend the woman as well as his own livelihood. He is screaming, making noise, asking who the hell we are, and that's what he will do this moment.
Check, check.
Hmm.
And Jacob.
I'm going to raise a Shroud of Night.
Okay. Not trying to bust the door any further.
Oh, right. I still have one more. Yeah, I have to get to that door.
Mm,
All right. Let's see. Yeah, let's. Yeah, I'll just go for the door
and
first.
go for the door. Okay.
And what are you gonna do?
Okay. Well, I have to. I go first, of course, because I had 14 on my initiative. Mm, Kaylee will, at this point, do that. Would she even have that? Oh no. Let's make it roll. Okay. Odds are she has brought a fire weapon with her. Evens are she
Firearm.
hasn't. Firearm, sorry. Evens are she hasn't. Ah, she doesn't have a firearm. So she will dive towards the man again. Again, putting a dot in dexterity. And she will try and attack him again.
Well, this time he will definitely try to dodge it.
Well, he can. I haven't. I gave him a stamina of 3, so it's up to you to determine its dex.
You say Dex 2 and 1 in athletics.
Very well.
That's 3 dice.
You only have to beat one success.
Oh,
Oh, easily. Okay.
that'll
So
do.
Kaylee will go for attacking him, but she'll miss him. And then Jacob will go for the door.
Mm-hmm.
We're
I am. I'm going to spend a blood point to activate my potence for the
Mhm.
success on the strength roll. So just roll 5 dice for 2 strength, 3 roll.
Yeah, you got 3 successes there. And together with the blow point you spent for potence, that door is gone.
Good. So I'm in, yay.
Yes, you're in.
The man is
Um,
now
yeah.
considering you the most important assailant because you just broke through his front door, and he's sidestepping a little bit, trying to watch you as well, Jake.
All right.
Okay, he's not attacking yet because Jacob will be too far away for him to
No,
land an
no, the
attack.
man
But
won't be attacking at all.
okay,
He will go full defense. He will try to make
check.
sure that he dodges you while his wife or his girlfriend, whatever, is still calling 911.
Yeah, yeah. As I said previous round, the woman is probably now has like receptionist on the line. It's like, do you want to have an ambulance, police, fire departments? And she will
She will
probably.
ask for police, National Guard, everything she can get her hands on, Secret Service.
And then I guess then in the next she will now be pulled through, put through.
Yeah, to the police.
And yeah, here we go again, new round. Declaring actions. The man and the woman are first. Yes, see. What are they gonna do? Jesse, what are the
Yeah,
man and the woman gonna
I'm
do?
thinking what they're gonna do. Like I said, they're gonna be on full defensive, both of
Okay,
them.
check.
They're afraid as hell.
Okay. Jacob, what you gonna do?
I'm going to spend a blood point for my celerity, and I'm going to, for my first action, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
raise a Shroud of Night. Spend a willpower for that. Should I declare my celerity action now or in the
No,
future?
no. And Kaylee will actually at this point attack the
What
woman.
attack?
Hmm? Oh, okay. Well, Kaylee will start attacking the woman.
All right. Seeing as the
Uh,
man is focused on defending.
I'll give him the option to parry, but it will be either me or Jacob because he won't be able to parry both of
Well,
us.
if you go for the woman, he will attack you, or he will parry your attack. Yeah.
Okay. And Kaylee will at this point put another blood point in strength. Here we go. Again, one success. These gods are not in my favor.
Oh, he needs to parry it, but I don't think he has any dots in melee.
No,
So he will
probably not.
simply parry with his very low dexterity,
Mm-hmm.
which is one
Okay.
successful, being just enough to parry it.
Yeah, he parries me, but he parries me with a knife against my fists.
Oh,
So roll damage.
yeah, that's only going to be his strength.
Yep.
Um, that's it. So that's one damage, one bashing. Oh no, what? One. It's a knife, one lethal,
Mm-hmm.
which you can soak, of course.
Yeah or not. if I roll a 10 and 2 once.
Yeah, not.
So Kaylee takes the lethal. And Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, my shroud of night. 6 dice for that. Spending the willpower.
Sorry, 6 dice you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep forgetting that someone has to roll for you. Ooh, nope. Fail.
I spent a willpower though.
Oh, okay, 1 success.
All right, so you'll everything will go dark for Kaylee. A 10-foot diameter shroud
Mm-hmm.
raise up, centered over the woman calling. I don't know how far away her husband is, and
He's very close. If he wants to parry her, an attack towards her, he's practically right beside her.
what's the woman's stamina?
Well, the woman stamina, I would say 2 stamina.
Okay, she's going into asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation. She's gonna feel like she's being strangled.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
the man's got 3. Does he have any problem?
Well, he's going to just be down to 1 stamina, so long
Oh
as he's in
wow.
the.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna like that. The woman is gonna faint. That's how I see it. When she doesn't get enough air, she will definitely faint while she's on the phone.
Okay, and then that takes my whole turn to do. Then after Kaylee's my celerity action. So
Mm-hmm.
what does Kaylee do?
No, not the Katie. It's the humans, and then you have your celerity action.
Right. Sorry.
Yes, the humans. See that the man is now in complete darkness. Is Kaylee making any sound at all?
Mm, probably not, actually.
Then he will do the fearful thing, and he will go towards his wife, and he will go on his knees and go towards his wife. He will calling for his wife. He will call her name to make sure that she's okay because he can't see her now. But you can definitely hear him talking. You can hear him call her name. You can hear him trying to ask if she's all right.
Well,
That's
you,
what he
you
will
can't
do.
shroud though. Noise gets muffled and garbled.
Yep.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. He will. Oh wait, she can't hear it. Well, that's what he will do, and that's what will happen.
Okay.
And if nobody can hear it, he will still do it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, celerity action.
Yeah. I am going to try and just knock the guy out. Don't want to kill him, but maybe with a kick to the head or something.
Okay.
Because I could see him on the ground. Yeah, I'm the one that could
Yes.
see him.
Yes, you are.
Right.
How many dice?
That would be 6 dice. I think I could +1 difficulty for a kick.
Mm-hmm. You have 2 successes.
Strength and potence is 5. I don't know if I
Okay,
get an extra
plus
dice for the maneuver.
yeah for the kick. So that would be 6.
Yes. Sorry, 6.
4 die. 4 damage.
Okay, this is towards the man, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, seeing as it's dark and he is seriously trying to breathe, he'll probably won't dodge at all. That he doesn't expect anyone to see anything in this darkness. So he won't dodge. He will simply try and soak it physically with 1 dot of stamina left. He soaks 1, but he's taking 3 bashing to the body. Did he already have damage?
No, no, he soaked everything.
Then he's still -1, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kick him in the face. He'll seriously not like that. He's confused, he's scared, and he's bleeding.
Good.
Um, yeah, it's, humans. Can we stop just declaring actions? It takes up so fucking much time.
Yeah, I'm willing to go with that.
Thank you.
Sure,
Please.
I'm just gonna say what the humans do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
Um, oh,
Go ahead.
well, Katie will see if she can find a woman because that was her target. Actually, she doesn't care about the guy.
I suggest rolling a luck die to see which one you find first.
Okay. Ta ta ta. Ugh, forgot to declare. Well, it's a positive. So I guess Jesse, up to you.
Yeah, you find the woman.
Find a woman.
She's on the floor, uh, still clutching a phone. You can't hear anyone at the other end because the goddamn zone. But
Mm-hmm.
that's all you know. She was on the phone a moment ago, and now she is fainted on the floor like a monkey.
Katie will start to drag her out of this thing, out of this darkness, and yeah, that will probably take up her entire action. So, take up your turn.
Um, all right. Would it take Jacob a turn to like take hold of the guy and dominate him?
Um, can he see you? Because he has to see your eyes in order for you to dominate him.
I'm the one that has to see his eyes. He doesn't necessarily have to see mine.
Oh, I thought there needs to be a connection between the two. Um,
Well, that's why in the book it talks about the +1 difficulty trying to hide your
I
eyes.
believe you. It's simple. You
Oh,
can do it. No problem.
okay.
Then yeah, I suggest because you already kicked him, he is right in front of you, and you can see him while he is still unknowing what's going to happen. And you can pick him up and just focus on his mind, on his eyes, or whatever. That's 1, 2, 3. That's easy.
Um, all right. Because I'm gonna try to go for the forgetful mind. I'm going to tell the gentleman that his wife had snapped at him, he had blacked out, and the next thing he knew, he stabbed her. So, could you roll me 6 dice for with subterfuge, forgetful mind?
Is there any way the human can counter this?
Um, no, I don't think so. And it goes at their willpower. So normal humans don't have willpower like above 4 or something. So
No, but he will, because it's so unlikely for a loving man to stab his woman.
He doesn't have to understand it. That's just going to be his memory. He's not going to recollect us. He doesn't have to believe it, but he's going to remember his wife said something mean to him, then he blacked out.
All right, well, sure. If I can do nothing against it, I'll accept it as such.
I don't know. Then I would have to look it up.
No, no, it's fine. Just to further continue the scene, I'm fine with him
Okay.
fucking around with minds of humans. They're fucking humans who gives a shit.
Okay. So that'll make it Katie's turn because I don't think any human is capable of doing anything at this point.
No, the humans are very happily being nuts.
Katie will put her fangs in the woman, starts draining her.
That's gonna be easy. No resistance there.
Yep. So that will be the moment where they drop out of initiative, I guess.
Yep, pretty much, pretty much. Um, so I guess Jacob is observing Kaylee as she's draining this woman. He'll let the shroud collapse. He'll hang up the telephone, and he will drag the man into his bedroom, kind of smear him a little bit with different household products. Just something to give the cops something to scratch their head over. But yeah, and he'll re-enter the room with Kaylee there, and I mean, like how deep is she feeding? Like until she's drained, I suppose.
Um, yeah, until this woman is nothing but a sack of flesh and bones.
Okay. Well, Jacob may naturally try to wait a moment till you're done, but seeing that you're not stopping, he's gonna try to pull you off of her.
That would be opposed strength rolls.
All right.
Yours was?
5 with my potence.
Okay. And you'll have 1 success. And mine was also 5. Yeah, sorry. Can't get her off.
Could I drag the both of them?
I guess.
Because she's just gonna stay there feeding, and she's gonna oppose me if I just drag the both of them.
Try.
All right. I'm dragging the both of them towards the back door. So.
Hmm? It's fine. It's fine. Actually, when they're going through the kitchen towards the back door, Kaylee will release her grip on the woman, and she will grab a knife. Sorry, fucking hell. She'll grab a knife, and she'll she'll just put it in the heart of the woman,
Okay.
or in that section, just stabbing a few times. And the woman's dead, and without actually saying anything to you, she grabs hold of the body and starts basically. Well, actually, she's gonna look for garbage sacks. See if she can wrap them around the body. She's not slicing up the body or anything. She's just keeping it exactly that way. So she'll probably need a few garbage bags, but she will try to cover up the fact that this looks like a body in the amount of time that they might or may not have. Mm,
Um, I would say that because you lifted the shroud, uh, Jacob and Kaylee can also hear somebody or something talking on the other side of the phone.
Jacob already closed or kind of pushed the call away.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Phone. Um,
He stated that. So, yeah, Katie will try to cover up the body, and after that, if Jacob doesn't do anything to stop her, that is.
In trying to drag her, seeing her do this, I guess he would be perplexed to see what she does next after the body's covered up.
Okay. Please stop giving me. At least give me something. Yeah. Okay. Too bad. Kaylee will at that point leave the body in the kitchen She will walk outside, trying to look for a garage. She will find one, but there will be no car there. Bummer. So she will then walk into the street, grab the first car that she sees, and rolling Dex larceny. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, she manages to open the car. There won't be even an alarm going, and she will start working on the lock or on the ignition. Sorry, because the lock she already had. It'll cost her a little bit more trouble, but with 2 successes, she manages to start the car. Drives it up on the parkway of the house, and basically with the back entrance towards the kitchen door, and she will start to hoist the body in the back of the car.
Hmm.
And after that's done, she will get into the car. She will start driving off.
Well, I would have been following her most of this time.
Mm-hmm.
She would have had time to jump in.
I guess. I mean, would you expect her to drive off?
Well, if I saw her steal a car, I would expect her to get behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, what's the point?
No, I do agree. Okay. Ooh, she doesn't drive very great. She actually manages to swing the car like into the front yard of the house. So it goes through a few fences, and we'll try. And then the engine just stops. And
If
again,
I would be anything but an SD, I would suggest that more people are attracted to the rocket and start
oh
calling
yes,
911.
definitely, definitely. I mean, the window broke, a door was kicked in, there were people screaming. Now there is a car driving through the front yard before it drives away. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
but that's for these STs worried about, not me.
Well, anyway.
And the car will drive off. And at this point, I think it's a nice point to stop the scene before it goes on and on and on and on and on. We'll continue this later.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, actually, we can do this in 5 minutes, I think. Um, Katie will drive the car to the forest, and she will start dragging the body to a shed. And at this point, it starts to get rather late in the night. You maybe have like an hour before dawn.
okay.
And yeah, well, so Katie will just basically start rummaging in and around the shed with this body, and getting the garbage bags away from the body, and actually place the body like in one of the chairs that she has in the shed. Um, that's basically what she is planning to do in the hour before dawn. So, or what she's actually not planning, but what she's doing in the hour before dawn.
Hmm.
And then it's up to Jacob, trying to do something to stop her or to get her back or to. What are you doing? Just go home.
Uh,
It's an option as
yeah,
well.
no, I'm going to let's see. Is the shed sunlight tight?
Mm, what's your perception alertness?
4.
You can see a few holes in the roof, and there's a little window next to the door.
Okay. Are there any materials to hole it up?
If you look around, you will see there's a little cabinet. There's a couch and two chairs. There's a rug on the floor. Few children's paintings, stuff like that.
Okay, so is that enough to patch up the holes to block sunlight?
You think if you would like place the rug in front of the window and maybe place a cabinet in front of the door, that would block most of the light except for the little patch in the roof?
How big is the patch on the roof?
It's not much. It's like basically if you would like put your fist in it, it would fill up.
Oh, all right. Pretty sure. Is there something I could fill that hole with?
Well, as I said, you see a little cabinet, you see two chairs, you see the body, of course, and you see a couch.
Hmm, okay.
There are little toys on the cabinets, and it has like 3 or 4 drawers.
All right, all right. Mm, I want to word this just right. Jacob is going to ask Kaylee if she would like to play fort, and he'll start trying to arrange some of the furniture around so he and her could fit inside of it.
There is no reply at all coming from Lily. She's actually working on positioning the body.
All right, I am going to use don't know if it'll work. I'm going to use my dominate level 1 to tell her to sleep. I'm going to be looking in her eyes, of course.
Roll your dice. Difficulty
6
8.
dice.
And yeah, Katie falls down, sleeping.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, Jacob is going to lay her body down in a corner of the room that's darkest, that looks like it's far away from that hole, hanging up some things to patch the windows and everything. He'll then start to arrange the furniture around Kaylee, and then use the rug kind of to drape over this little makeshift fort of chairs and couch and what have you, so that they could hopefully survive this evening as they spend it at Kaylee's shed.
When you remove the rug, you will see what do you call it? A kind of I know describe it anyway else than a doorway in the floor. A trap hole. There's
Hole, trapdoor.
there's a trap door there.
Trapdoor. Well, that's something for another night because it's close to dawn.
Okay. Then that's where we will end scene, everybody. Thank you for watching this fucking long scene, and talk to you later. Good night.